君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は充実するのもっともう戻らなくたって忘れないでも気持ちが伝えてしまえばいつかこの夢は覚めてしまうだろうな青い影が揺れるアンチカット何年経っても言えない後悔したって今はないでも言葉はここまで出てるのSummertime 海岸通りを歩きたいドライブだってしてみたい足し線の合わせてほしいのSummertime君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は充実するのもっともう戻らなくたって忘れないでも気持ちが伝えてしまえばいつかこの夢は覚めてしまうだろうな青い影が揺れるアンチカット君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は充実するのもっともう戻らなくたって忘れないでも気持ちが伝えてしまえばいつかこの夢は覚めてしまうだろうな青い影が揺れるアンチカット
And we're live. Yay! That's the height of my energy
Much
today.
rejoicing.
There was much rejoicing.
Yay.
Sorry, guys. It's a low energy episode, and that's good because it's like a short list of stories episodes as well. So, yeah. I kind of just want to go back to playing video games, but I don't think I'm allowed to do that right now. I have to do the show. Uh, yeah, we've not got a lot to dive into, but we've got some interesting stuff to dive into. Um, if I sound like crap, it's because I feel like crap. Something's going on with my throat again. So, yeah. Um, we got a couple things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about some of the issues that were going on at Comic Con. We're going to listen to John Campea talk about it. We're going to see, and we're going to talk about and react to the new Jumanji trailer. A really cute thing happened during one of the promotional stops for the new Spider-Man movie that I thought was really neat. And then we had a really cute thing of Robert Pattinson's fiance talking about their 2-year-old daughter and how she, FaceTimes with him, and he's got like blood and makeup all over his face, and she's not bothered by it at all, and calls him Daddy Batman. And I'm like, yep, that's great. Some interesting stuff happening.
Always knew Bruce had a illegitimate child or 7.
Well, at least we at least know about Damien. That's not surprising. But then again, that was against his will. Yeah. So, not a lot we can do with that. Anyhow, some old school Mario Brothers news. Genshin Impact dropped their Sneznaya trailer, which looks kind of cool. Xbox has a new leak that actually looks really promising, and if it turns out to be true, It could be a real thorn in the side of Sony and PlayStation. We got some Digimon news, some Crunchyroll stars and Amazon Prime news, and then a Naruto trading card game news. And that's about it. Hope you're enjoying your
Damn
weekend.
it, just give me my scale bound that I've been wanting since the Xbox One.
But to start off with, hi, I'm Richie Roberts. I'm your Minister of Science and Technology.
And I am Fenner Sarden, your patron saint of snackos and alcohol.
This is Anime Church, church where you can cosplay, and no one will judge you for it. Man, it's gonna be really weird when Moon comes back because now you're so used to following up after me. Are we gonna be able to do the order the way we used to, or is Moon now the last one to go? That's the real question.
We shall see.
We
We shall see.
All right, so some stuff went down over at Comic Con, specifically with Hall H, and we're gonna let John Campy and crew talk about it, and then we're gonna pause from time to time and comment on it and things like that.
Brings us into our first issue today. Comic-Con Hall H had an absolute disaster. And I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Okay,
with what happened
first of all, never say you hate to say I told you so, because god damn it, that is vindicating.
Everything that goes on. And of course, look, Hall H is of course where they do their biggest, highest profile stuff, like announcing Ghost Rider, right? That's where they do their big things, is in Hall H at Comic-Con. There is a problem though. Hall H can only hold 6,500 people. That will lead to some issues and some problems, which is why I've been saying for years, as much as I love San Diego, Ann and I go like 5-6 times a year just to hang out there for weekends. But they need to move Comic-Con out of San Diego. And let's get into why and what happened this time around. You might have seen some whispers going around and some rumblings online, like this post about the worst Hall H experience, because something went down at Hall H this weekend that I'd hate to say is predictable, and here we go. So first of all, let's take a look at what the Hall H situation is, okay? First, we got to set some context and some groundwork. First of all, you got to understand that the estimates that they just put out suggested that 135,000 people officially attended Comic-Con this year. Now, that doesn't even count all the people who come into town for Comic-Con without badges. Like, they just come to be around town and down in the gas lab districts, hang out around the convention center because there's a lot of other stuff going on too. So that's just 135 official people. Now, you also have to keep in mind that Hall H, where all the biggest, most major things happen, including the main event, the Marvel Hall H panel, it holds 6,500 people. That means that of all the people, badge holders, who went to Comic-Con this year, only 4.8% of those people would even have the chance to get in to see the main event, which is, of course, the Marvel Hall H. Now, not all 135,000 people that go to Comic-Con are interested in going in and see the Marvel panel, but I bet a lot of them are.
Yeah.
And they were, now, just for context, and I've been saying this for years, right across the damn street, Christian, you've been there many, many times. You stick your head out the door of the convention center and oh, look, right across the street is a 40,000 seat baseball stadium. 40,000 seat baseball stadium that they hold events in all day. There's always Comic-Con stuff going on in that thing. I've never understood why you wouldn't move Hall H across the bloody street into a thing where you can get 7 to 8 times more people. But that is neither here nor there about this situation. Now, understanding all that context, 135,000 people, only 4.8% can even go to the highlight of Comic-Con, which is, of course, this year, the Marvel Hall H panel. Here's the process.
Okay, before we dive into the process, this already sounds pretty messed up, right? You know this is going to be like one of your main attractions. You should want more people to be able to attend it, but I digress. What are your thoughts so far on this, Fenris? Just from a purely con standpoint.
From a purely con standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
of this
From an
clusterfuck.
engineering standpoint, God, these people are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
You got to go through the
Oh, hang on.
process of this clusterfuck. You got to go through just to get.
I love that he has such an eloquent way of words, you know? Yeah. There's no, I mean, to be fair, after knowing what happened, I agree clusterfuck is the appropriate word.
in. First of all, you have to get in line on Friday night. And by the way, on the official website, they encourage you to camp out. They tell you you're not allowed to bring tents, but you are allowed to bring chairs and you are allowed to bring sleeping bags. That's nice. So you have to get in line on Friday night or much earlier Friday to get a wristband. Okay, that's step one. And you cannot get in on Saturday without that Friday wristband that you have to get. And a lot of people are reporting online that they stood in line for 10 to 15 hours just to get a wristband. We're not even talking about getting in line for Hall H yet. That's 10 to 15 hours a bunch of people stood in line just to get, and I'm sure some people were shorter, but again, some people mentioning 10 to 15 hours in line. I want to point out, guys, Comic-Con is only a couple of days long. So you're, Gus from Pittsburgh, you've been saving up all year, you fly across the country to go to Comic-Con, and you already have to spend 1/3 of Comic-Con just standing in a line to get a wristband. So that's problematic in and of itself. So you stand in line for 10 to 15 hours for some people. Now, here's the way the system works. What they tell you is, if you get that wristband, then the next day you have to get in line again by 7:30 in the morning on Saturday. And they told people that if you go and get the wristband, and then you come back and you're in the official line by 7:30 in the morning on Saturday, and by the way, the panel was at 5 o'clock or 5:30 p.m. Didn't start till 6. But if you're in line by 7:30 in the morning and you have your wristband, you are guaranteed a place in Hall H. Here is the problem. The lineup by 6 a.m., I saw people making video blogs about this. The lineup by 6 a.m. was already thousands of people deep. Like, these people recorded them getting to the line at 6 a.m. and like, oh, I guess we're not first in line. And then walking and walking and turning and walking and turning and walking and walking and walking. And then thousands of people deep, they get there. And here's the big problem. Over 500 people. This wasn't just a couple of people. Over 500 people who did exactly what they were told to do. Went to the Friday night line, stood in there for 7, 10, 15 hours to get their wristband, got their wristband. Were in the official line by 7:30 a.m. Over 500 people at the last minute, after standing in 2 different lines for maybe up to about 20 plus hours, were told at the last second, sorry, there's no room for you. Sorry. Sorry, Mary and Joseph, no room at the inn. You can't come in.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Beat it.
And then Comic-Con officials, I watched it this morning, did this little presser to address what happened. Not a single apology. It was just, their basic gist of it was, we're not sure what went wrong. They never offered the people who wasted 2 of their days at Comic-Con standing in lines, doing exactly what they were told to do. They never offered them free passes for next year, some way to make up for the egregious offense they just caused on these people. Nothing like that. And their only theory is they think maybe somebody was able to copy or what's the word I'm looking at? Not copy fit. When you make a fake.
Counterfeit.
Counterfeit. Thank you.
Counterfeit the wristbands.
That they counterfeit. They think maybe some people counterfeited the wristbands.
Yeah. Someone
And,
had access to it and then told somebody who could make
Yeah,
them.
because they would have had to have known exactly what those wristbands looked like a week in advance.
Yeah.
To be able to do that. But whether that's true or not, I mean, this just highlights again to me the ridiculousness of the Hall H experience at Comic-Con. It's preposterous. And then on top of all that, and I got to listen, everybody knows I love Kevin Feige dearly. Love Kevin Feige. But, you know, read the room, man. There are people who stood in lines for like up to 20 hours to get in to see your Marvel Hall H, and it was fucking 35 minutes long.
Yeah.
It might have been their shortest one on record ever.
We
35 minutes long.
We were fully expecting just before it broke, that they were going to get into the phases. So not necessarily phases, but the lineup of movies coming.
Yeah.
Just give us a lineup of movies, even if you don't say what year they're coming out. Give us a lineup of what is coming.
I mean, I get they may not want to tip their hand until Secret Wars, but I mean, you literally had 90% of the cast of the movie there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, listen, I'm not saying they had to make more announcements. Listen, we got a scene from Spider-Man Brand New Day of Punisher and Spider-Man teaming up to fight Hulk. They got we'll talk about the Avengers Doomsday trailer a little bit later. We got Ghost Rider announced, the Ryan Gosling announcement, the Sean Levy announcement, the Dave Johnson announcement of Black Panther. I mean, there was a decent amount of announcements. But like, again, people stood in line for 20, 22, 24 hours between Friday and Saturday combined. And you give them a 35-minute panel. Listen, bring over James Marsden to talk for 2 minutes about what it means to him to be back in the X-Men costume again. Bring over Letitia Wright to say, you know, like after Chadwick's passing, is just, every day is an honor to be able to be on set to make another Black Panther.
A little more emotion to it.
Yes,
Yeah.
make it a little bit more personal.
Well,
you know,
question though too, John, and I don't know the answer to this. The answer might be, well, it's Marvel, so you know they can do what they want. But does that because they ran in a half an hour late, and is that because it's a Hall H Comic-Con issue of where they're absolutely, you know, and maybe they couldn't go any longer. Maybe that's the allotted time that they had. But again, it's Marvel, and you let them push. I don't know the logistics of what that could be.
That was the first thing that went into my head too. Is like, okay, so for those of you who don't know, we kind of mentioned it briefly, but their panel started a half hour late. Wasn't their fault. The panel prior to theirs was running late, and it may not have been their fault either, because you know the one from earlier in the day could have pushed everything off the schedule. But I've got
Marvel was the final panel that day.
Yeah, the final.
Well,
panel
it was
of
the
the
final
day.
panel, but I still don't know what the deal is as far as, again, logistics of what they're. I mean, the answer is they probably could have pushed over. I just don't know. You know, maybe time schedules, things of how long you have people, press that you have to do afterwards, play. You know, the commitments that you might have that you've already set up, that the Marvel people have like directly afterwards, different things that because you know they're
they do
connected.
the press lines.
They have an interview with so-and-so that's set up for this time, and that has to be set up at this time. And you could say, look, our panel ran longer, so everybody has to be pushed back in a half an hour, 45 minutes later. But I don't disagree with you. I think that it should have been a little longer. They should have maybe read the situation and said, what's going on out there? Well, these people have been sitting out there. Maybe they didn't know yet. Maybe they found out a little later on.
I mean, Marvel's done Hall H forever. They know what people go through to get into Hall H. And you know, that there might be part of that. So if I'm Kevin Feige, I'm thinking, you know what? Burge from JoeBlow.com can wait for his interview. By the way, I love Burge. I love Burge and I love Joe Blow. I'm just deciding to use him as an example. Those 20. The press can wait. This is Marvel Hall H Comic-Con with 6,500 people in here, some of which stood in line for 10, 20 hours. We got to do this right. I just think you got to give them a little bit more. And when you have all those actors in there, like you've got plenty to, like, I'm sure people would love to hear from Paul Rudd. I'm sure people would love to hear a little bit from Anthony Mackie. I'm sure people would love to hear more from Chris Evans or whatever. Like, I'm not saying stretch it out artificially, but you got all these people there. Let them say a quick word to the fans.
They stood there and they took a selfie. And you know, if 10 of those actors gave like a minute and a half to 2 minutes, that's 20 minutes more padded.
Yeah.
You know,
again, if Marvel's Hall H panel was 30 minutes every year, then this is what you know to expect. But this was, I believe, the shortest one they've ever done under terrible circumstances. And again, I think most of the fault of this lies with Comic-Con itself. I think this is a organizational nightmare that, again, is, I'm going to say this again, is inevitable. I've been telling you for years, you're always going to get problems like this. when you have such a small town in such a small convention center. And I know you stand in front of San Diego Convention Center, it looks big. Compared to major metropolitan convention centers, it's small. It's literally 25% the size of the Las Vegas Convention Center in terms of square footage. And you have a room that your main event is in that only holds 6,500 people, and you have that represents less than 5% of your total attendees, and you are making people who travel across the country waste 2 of their 3 days there standing in lines for a 30-minute panel. It is on you to make sure this runs better.
Thoughts?
I did not realize how small the convention center was. Holy
Oh,
shit.
yeah. That's why a lot of people have been asking them to like fucking get out of San Diego and move to Vegas, because their convention centers are much bigger. They can easily host Comic-Con and 4 other cons without even blinking, all in the same weekend. Like, their public transit is much better. There's much more places to just find a place to eat in walking distance of the convention center. Like, just every conceivable thing. But no, they're stuck in a thing with San Diego till 2030, which is so stupid.
That's,
I really wish
that is
they would just
fucking ridiculous.
Not to mention one other major important caveat. It's actually cheaper to fly into Vegas. Vegas has very purposefully low prices for flights into Vegas because they want you to visit. Their whole economy is built on tourism. So they made deals with the airlines to make it where Vegas flights are the cheapest flights in the U.S.
That also makes way too much goddamn sense.
Yeah. Because they know they can make more money from the casinos than the the airport could probably get most of its funding and repairs and upgrades and all that stuff from the money from tourism and casinos than they would from like your typical airfare stuff. So yeah, the whole
And now I
whole
suddenly want to
enchilada.
go to Vegas.
Yeah, I've never been. I really want to go.
I was supposed to the year that I left GameStop, because
Ah,
managers conference was out there, but they kind of once again forced me out. So but it pissed me off because they forced me out 2 weeks before managers conference. Like, I had my flight and everything booked, and I was just like, finally gonna go to Vegas, gonna go to an in-person conference. This is gonna be great. And then everything happened. Like, well, at least it wasn't my money that got wasted. Fuck you, GameStop.
But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I don't want to have them saying the same stuff over and over. They pretty much said everything they need to. But yeah, guys, now that you've heard about this debacle, what are your thoughts on the whole thing with Hall H? And what are your thoughts with ways that they can fix it? Do you think they should move everything over to the Petco Stadium? Or do you think they should just get the hell out of San Diego to begin with? They're like, oh, but San Diego is synonymous with Comic-Con. No, it's fucking not. New York Comic-Con is bigger than San Diego Comic-Con, and they do a lot of industry stuff there. I mean,
I have a
Marvel
feeling
straight
fucking
up
Twin
said
City Comic-Con's bigger.
Marvel straight up said that one of the reasons that they were thinking about not attending Comic-Con anymore is because of this whole issue with, the way that Comic-Con is run is just a cluster, and it's not well organized. And you would think for a big industry con event, they would be able to run it better. But I know fan cons that are run way, way better than this. So at the end of the day, to all of my con chairs, con presidents, people that run these, volunteers, staff, just understand when you're like, oh my God, we have all these problems at your smaller convention. It's not this bad, It's not
Yeah,
this bad.
did you see that in the artist alley, the roof was leaking so bad they had to pull in like those giant push dumpsters to collect the water?
In Comic-Con or off-Kai?
It was Comic-Con, I think.
Oh, okay.
Somebody had sent me a video of it from the news like 2 days ago, and I'm trying to track it down.
Good Lord. That's on the convention center. That's on them. Yeah. Alrighty, let's go on over to some trailers. Let's watch this Jumanji trailer. I don't know. Do you think they'd still be doing these Jumanji trailers if Robin Williams was or like these Jumanji movies if Robin Williams was still around or no?
Honestly, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
What is going on?
Oh my god.
Hey, it's back out in the real world.
Get back here.
Yeah, shit, I forgot they need to be with us in the last
Look
one.
over my left shoulder.
No way.
Is that?
Yes, it is. Honey, do you know him?
Spencer and I were both inside of him when we were in Africa.
Dr. Bravestone, I'm so glad I found you.
Of course you are. Because of my reputation and my charisma.
You what? We have a problem. They're video game characters, but they're stuck in demo mode. Bravestone is Spanish, I think.
Tyson.
There was a hippopotamus in the alley.
My nephew. He's a lunatic.
I'm beginning to suspect we're not in Jumanji. Damn rats.
Donatus, hi.
Let's go.
Why do they run like that?
Honey, these new friends of yours make me very uncomfortable.
No one is going to stop us.
Dr. Bravestone's the best driver in all of Jumanji. If you don't slow down, they will make us stop the car.
Oberon, get in the back.
Fine, but you listen to me. I should be the one to...
Oh,
Come on, no time to waste.
did I break the world?
No, maybe.
The only way to stop this is to get you guys back in the game.
Push!
What's that?
Mom!
Goodness. Spencer, honey!
Mom, I'm right here.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Huh, sorry.
What is this miserable? Am I dreaming, Donatus? Yes, I am Donatus. It's me, Janice. Janice? You look terrible. So different. With muscles and penis and no hair.
I'm okay. Where's Aunt Nora?
Tyson?
Who's Tyson? I'm Tyson. Except I'm a black grown-up.
Okay, first off, I don't know how seriously I can take that knowing how short that man is. I don't know if you can use the word grown up when you are Kevin.
Okay, I'm sorry, but every time I see Jack Black in that outfit, I can only imagine the first Jumanji with him in it going, be aggressive, be aggressive.
Open world. That looks really fun.
Get ready.
Violence is never the answer.
Wow!
You get one! And you get one! You should be ashamed of yourself!
No, it's okay.
Come here. That's it. That's my
Okay. Damn it. It's so silly. Yes, I'm going to see that eventually. Probably not in theaters. I'll probably watch it streaming. But still, that's really funny. Damn it. I'm not here to be like I'm not here to watch a movie that's going to make me think when I go into Jumanji. I'm just here to laugh and have a good time, and that looks like I will laugh and have a good time.
Yes.
What are your thoughts, man?
I want to see it. It looks fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I agree. All right, chat. Also, for those of you watching later in the comments, let us know what you think about this trailer. And do you want to go see it in theaters? Do you want to wait till streaming? How do you want to watch it? Let us know in the comments below. Oh, yes. Okay. So, I saw this and I was like, dude, we have to. This is absolutely adorable. So, during the press tour for the new Spider-Man movie, I think this is in Paris, they did a flash mob to an unsuspecting Tom and Zendaya. I thought that was great.
Hey, Tom. We have the surprise for you.
Whoa! What kind of surprise is it?
show me? I will. Who's that?
Wow, that's cool. Are you gonna sing a song? No?
You shout it out, but I can hear what you say.
Do you know them?
Talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but all your bullets ricochet. Shoot me down.
This is so cool.
I get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away. Ricochet, you take your aim.
Do you like this song? Yeah?
Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I'm titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I'm titanium.
Call me down, but it's you who have further to fall. Chorus sound and haunted love. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Far away.
Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I'm titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I'm
I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Far away.
Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I'm titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I'm
I just, sometimes I just see something and I'm like, damn it, I just want to share that because that was pretty cute. That was pretty wholesome. And I was like, yep,
That was a good song.
yeah. I also I just loved that, like, how shocked they were. I was like, aha, got him. Also, we have one other kind of wholesome story that I wanted to share with you. It doesn't require input or thoughts about it. I just thought it was pretty neat and just wanted to share it with you. So here we go.
How's being a parent and
From
doing
Entertainment Tonight.
music?
It's it's intense, isn't it? I do this and then I've got she's on FaceTime to her dad, who today is covered in blood with huge black circles around his eyes. She calls him Daddy Batman now.
Robert Pattinson's fiancée, Suki Waterhouse, on And the Writer Is, revealing their 2-year-old daughter isn't fazed at all by her dad's alter ego.
She's on FaceTime to her dad, who today is covered in blood.
How am I part of this?
She really doesn't actually.
She doesn't
seem to
comprehend
notice.
what.
Yeah. She notices the big. She calls him Daddy Batman now because he's always dressed up like that for the next 7 months. Whenever he's on FaceTime.
Whenever you have a kid, there's just there's no way to prepare for it.
The Twilight star took on the role of the Dark Knight in 2022 for The Batman. MCU alums Scarlett Johansson and Sebastian Stan becoming DC converts, joining the sequel due out in 2028.
Great cast. Great cast.
Colin Farrell's also on board, reprising his role as the Penguin.
You looking for me?
How excited are you to step back into the Penguin's shoes?
Not super excited, to be honest with you.
Why?
I mean, don't get me how genuinely the gift of getting to play that character. That first brush of glue across my chin when I sit in the chair that day.
God, he's
It's
so
gonna give me a
fucking
sweaty
Irish.
thinking about-
But I can understand it with the makeup process that has to go on for like getting into that character. Like,
I can too. I'm just like, God, every time I hear his non-American accent, I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm still imagining him from SWAT.
Totally. Yep.
The Batman Part 2's filming schedule causing Suki to go solo to the wedding of the year.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are officially engaged.
They were giving away cars and watches at the wedding. Suki went. You didn't go. You stayed here. Why not?
I was working. I'm shooting Batman. I was shooting Batman this morning.
Oh, you were shooting Batman this morning.
Yeah. Very busy. Yeah, I know.
They were giving away lots of stuff.
They were giving away lots of stuff. What did I get?
What did I get? Just I just wanted to share something kind of fun and like lighthearted and wholesome. That's all. There's no real major news quality. It just was like, hey, this is pretty cool. Let me share it, and that just kind of turned out how it is. All right, that's our general nerdy stuff. Let's talk gaming stuff. Fenris, you want to share this one? You want to read it?
Let me get the article pulled up.
Yeah.
So yes, 97 Super Mario Brothers NES cartridges set to be melted down turn out to be a lot more valuable than the gold they contain. It's the dream scenario for a retro collector, finding an overlooked box of games and cracking it open to discover something absolutely unprecedented. That's what happened for Jason Ganas, a self-described Nintendo superfan, who found a box full of Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt cartridges for NES in pristine condition thanks to a friend at a local retro game shop. The best part? These 97 cartridges are likely from the game's final production run, an absurdly rare variant that had never previously been discovered. Sometime in the 90s, the owner of a precious metal recovery business bought this box of Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt carts, and they were supposed to be melted down and salvaged for the gold on the contacts of the pins. As Ganas writes on Nintendo Wire, the news site where he serves as editor-in-chief. But that didn't happen. Instead, the box ended up sitting in the garage of the grandson of the salvage company owner for over 20 years. Kevin Braun, the owner of a small retro game shop near Milwaukee, Wisconsin called One Stop Wonders, bought the box of cartridges with the intent to sell each game for roughly $10 to $15 a piece. If you're like me, a lifelong gamer hovering somewhere in the 35 to 45-year-old range, you'll likely remember the Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt combo cartridges as being absolutely ubiquitous. That word.
Yes.
Fucking American English, go home, you're drunk. They were packed in with many NES consoles, and the used market was absolutely awash with them. Even as the collector's market has dramatically inflated, the value of other retro classics, Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt cartridges, are still inexpensive and plentiful. So when Ganas, who worked with Braun to sell various games online, discovered this box sitting in the retro store owner's storage unit, he was primarily shocked because of the game's condition, not their rarity. These were effectively new carts, neatly wrapped up with crisp manuals alongside them. Seeing brand new Nintendo games is an incredibly exciting thing for a game collector, but seeing 97 of them all lined up, all of them pristine, nearly knocked me straight on my ass. Ganas didn't realize the true value of his discovery until he started sharing photos of the games with members of a high-end collecting group. What I had found wasn't just a box of pristine Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt cartridges, it was an undocumented, never-before-seen variant. The back label was unlike anything that had been documented before. Instead of the standard English-only text, it featured multiple languages. The manufacturing codes on both the cartridge and the instruction manual also differed, indicating these games were produced in late 1993. Even the manual contained previously undocumented text. Known manuals include the phrase maintenance or repairs, while this newly discovered version instead reads maintenance or service. Perhaps most puzzling of all, the manufacturing dates on both the cartridge and manuals comes after every known Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt bundle these games could have belonged to. The conclusion? What we had found was the very last production run and an undiscovered variant of the Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. Ganas soon personally flew the 97 cartridges out to be graded by PSA, which encased the carts in plastic, with some being graded as a perfect 10. We've seen rare graded Super Mario Bros. Carts sell for millions of dollars in the past, but exactly how much collectors will be willing to pay for these remains to be seen. Ganas and Braun intend to split the carts, keeping an undecided number for ourselves. Some of the others will be auctioned off, and others will have charity auctions set up in the very near future. More specifically, the first 3 auctions will occur on August 12th, so we'll know the true value of these games soon enough.
Yep. That's pretty funny. Like, hey, what's in the box? So you just open it up. Turns out it's 97 cartridges of a last run printing of the OG Mario and Duck Hunt. How crazy.
Unfortunately, it was not Frosted Flakes.
No, it wasn't. Actually, I think this might be the wrong... Yeah, this is the wrong trailer I have for Genshin, so I'm going to have to fix that. Yep. Not the exploration trailer, Everwinter Without Mercy events overview. Yeah, this is, I believe, the one. Yeah, as opposed to the program, which was an hour and was in Chinese. Mandarin, I don't remember which. Jeez, man. Give me a moment. All right, so I gotta fix the trailer info. Give me just a moment to do that. So I'm just gonna update it in the.
I just updated in post.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, was just update it in the YouTube description. There we go. That has been updated, and now I'm going to update it in... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if I update it over here on Discord, because I'm screen sharing it. Oh, well. I'll do it anyway, just out of sheer habit. All right, it's the correct thing now. Yay! All right. So, Snezhnaya is coming out. The place that has been teased since the very beginning of Genshin's release. When it first came out, and we were running around in Mondstadt, and we were like, oh my god, the Fatui! Oh my god, the Fatui Harbingers! And then now we're going to the actual homeland of them, and the Tsaritsa, and all sorts of stuff. And then during the live event, one of the devs just dropped this bomb on the entire community, and lore nerds went nuts. So it turns out that the Tsaritsa, who is the Cryo Archon, is in fact apparently the mother of all Conrians. So if you are familiar with some of the lore of Genshin, that's a huge bomb to just drop casually in the middle of the stream. So yeah, the lore people were going nuts, and I thought that was pretty neat too. But here is the trailer for the upcoming Everwinter Without Mercy, the start of the Snezhnaya arc of Genshin Impact. And if you have not seen, the codes are up and out there, and there's only a few more days left to redeem those codes for 300 primos.
Where's Paimon? I need to find her fast.
In this nation, to which the gods have never shown favor, we all believe that standing in solidarity with the Tsaritsa in our shared struggle will surely usher in a new and better world.
Fate always appears so impossibly complicated, but at moments like this, its raw simplicity is laid bare.
The snow in Snezhnaya is always bitterly cold, and it never seems to end. Together. Waltz of the snowflakes. Pas de death.
Hunt
or starve. Prey spotted. It's dog eat dog! It's called the Shadow Realm. A place where no wind blows, no light shines, and no elemental energy flows. Even time itself doesn't exist here. It's a world where everything seems to come to a standstill.
Paimon, please be okay.
True consistency exists only in principle. In the real world, fairness is relative.
So you have no intention of finding a solution to this problem?
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stuja will remain in effect until the next Vecha period. May I remind us all?
Civilization is nothing but an illusion. Something whose very existence can be negated at any moment.
The storm might have destroyed all of Snezhnaya by now. Maybe even the whole world.
A civilization that fails to learn its lesson constantly depletes its own worth. It will one day lose any reason for its existence.
Ruler of death, what do you want?
Consider your position carefully. This might have passed for a coincidence the first time, but a second time? Am I to assume you are intentionally interfering in Snezhnaya's affairs?
Who says there will be a next time?
Each morning here, for every one of us, there's the chance that we might not wake up. We act only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on, and the tundra always stand firm.
Your obsession with it baffles me. When the day of reckoning arrives, not even a descender can hope to escape unscathed.
The Tsaritsa will return in triumph in short order. The time for us to meet again will come very soon. Our goal is the heavenly principles.
So yeah, one of the things that's being teased is we're finally gonna find out what the fuck Paimon is.
And I'm sorry, every time I hear the Snezhnaya, I just can't help but go rada rada. I feel like they're talking about chowder and schnitzel.
Well, this is the Russia or Siberia based area of the game. This isn't even in the final area too, because we're supposed to be going to Conria right after that. But yeah, essentially, we're starting a war with the gods. Essentially, that's kind of where we're going. The person that you saw the traveler fighting with, that is the Angel of Death. Yeah. There have been 4 quote-unquote descenders in the history of the game. Our traveler is the 4th one, or your playable character is the 4th descender, and the very first descender that came upon Teyvat is the quote-unquote god of Teyvat, the heavenly principles. So yeah, there you go. The lore implications here are crazy, and I do like the general story of Genshin. It is pretty interesting, especially when you get to like Natlan, the nation of war. They are at war with the Abyss, and it's not a joke. When you get into the war part, like when you get into the story where the war with the Abyss begins, your choices matter, because based on your decisions, either a shit ton of people die, or like as few as you can manage to manage to save. it determines how many NPCs get killed, and also said NPCs are characters that you've met and interacted with. Some of those can just straight up die, including animals that you may have taken a liking to that were like adorable, and then they just get murked, and you're like, oh god. So yeah, they don't shy away on the war aspect. They make you feel it. It's like, no, this is messed up. This shit is horrifying. War is not cool. It's saddening, and I'm like, yeah, good job on them. All right. In our other bit of gaming news, there is a leak that is running around. Now, we're going to take this, guys, take this with a grain of salt. This is just coming from the rumor mill. I love rumors. But yeah, the rumor going around here is that Xbox's Project Helix, which is their next console, their PC console hybrid that they're working on, a leak has gotten around to longtime PlayStation fans that they are that may have them switching sides in the console wars. Not long after PlayStation announced its plans for a fully digital future, rumors suggested Xbox would follow suit. This had many of us bracing for the next generation of consoles to skip disk drives altogether. However, a new leak suggests that Xbox's Project Helix console will have a disk drive after all. If the rumor is true, many longtime PlayStation fans are vowing to make the switch with the next generation console. The latest intel comes from Goat Gaming, aka I Am Cloudman on X. Their record for reliable leaks is admittedly a bit spotty, as the account is known for posting overblown claims. Even so, this hasn't stopped the alleged news from spreading quickly on social media. And whether or not the rumor itself proves true, it does make one thing pretty clear. Many gamers will decide their next-gen console purchase based on physical games or lack thereof. On July 16th, the Goat Gaming account shared the news that Xbox Project Helix will be coming with a disk drive, though the wording is in quotes. There isn't a clear source for the leak named here. However, the account alleges that a physical disk drive for Xbox's Project Helix seems confirmed. At this point, we don't have a lot of reason to believe this leak is more credible than prior reports that next-gen Xbox consoles would not have a disk drive. But it has garnered plenty of attention with over 1 million views and counting. Reliable or not, the rumor has sparked a big response from the gaming community on social media. Many are still outraged at PlayStation's plan to do away with physical discs in 2028. And it shows. If this is true, so many of us will leave PlayStation and join Xbox, says one of the top responses to the original post. And they're not the only one. The comments are riddled with people planning to jump ship, choosing Xbox over PlayStation if Project Helix does ship with a disk drive. The response to this rumor proves gamers aren't ready to forget PlayStation's pivot anytime soon, and they're taking any opportunity to express their outrage. Though Sony has returned to its usual posting schedule on social media, many fans continue to bring up the no disc, no buy slogan in response. Nearly every recent post from the official PlayStation account has been tagged with a community note about the company's plans to eliminate physical media. Now, even an uncredited rumor about Xbox having a disk drive for its next-gen console has many ready to leave Sony behind entirely. As of now, Xbox has revealed very little about its official plans for Project Helix. We know it will play both PC and Xbox games, and that alpha versions could ship to developers as early as 2027. Most recently, comments from Xbox CEO Asha Sharma suggest the console itself could launch as early as holiday season 2027. If that's the case, we'll likely get some more confirmed details about the hardware in the not-too-distant future. Whether or not that includes a confirmed disk drive remains to be seen, but it's clearer than ever that many gamers want to see one. Would you switch sides in the console wars based on physical games or lack thereof? Leave a comment below to join the conversation. One addendum that I've heard that has been updated to this is that the console itself will not have a disk drive. They are offering an external disk drive that can be connected to it so that you have the option of your choosing of buying a version that buying this version, and then if you want to add on a disc drive to play physical games on Project Helix, you can. Which honestly still feels like a good deal for the Xbox community in regards to that. And it does feel like it would be a very good bit of PR for Microsoft over, honestly, PlayStation right now, who, Xbox, while it has been getting some good wins lately, that doesn't mean they've crawled out of the hole yet. They could definitely use a win like this. So, yeah. Just regardless, just taking into account for a moment, just assuming that this rumor is true, what would your thoughts on that be?
That Microsoft should really pull what Sony did to them. This is how you share games on Xbox.
Yeah,
Ends game,
very
case over.
much. Yeah. Oh man, 13 years after that. Oh, they are getting trolled by their own stuff. I love that. Yeah. I'm in agreement there. I absolutely agree with that. They should totally do it. Here's how you play games on Project Helix. Insert the disc. Play. That's what. Wow. That's all they would have to say. And you know what? If Asha Sharma does do that, does greenlight this, and it does come with a disc drive, and they put out a thing saying, hey, yeah, you can play physical media on this. It's not necessary, but if you want to play your physical media, here's how that works. And just, that's all they had to do. And bam, there it is. And to be fair, Asha Sharma has done a pretty good job, even with all the layoffs that have been happening over at Microsoft. We're at least knowledgeable enough about things that we know that this was inevitable, whether there was a new CEO or not, because they built up too big and they couldn't afford the scale up that they had. Just like everybody else in 2020, they kept going with the idea that it was just going to keep expanding, and like, no, that's not. Eventually, people are going to have to go back to work. It was never going to last that way. But a lot of the things that are happening now that are negative with Microsoft are choices made by its previous CEO. And the decisions that their current CEO have made so far have actually been looking pretty positive for the gaming community, if I can be honest. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing if this happens to be true. I hope so, but I'm not going to hold my breath. It is the rumor mill, after all.
I just want to know how much the external disk drive is going to cost if it is true.
Mm-hmm. And if it is something that comes separate that you can just straight up like plug and play, like with USB or something like that, if they offer that, I'm curious to know what that would be. But yeah, they could offer two versions. It's like, hey, here's the version with a disc drive. Here's the version without. Kind of like how the PS5 did. They could do it that way.
And the Xbox Series, the Xbox Series in general.
Yeah. I mean,
they have the Series S and the Series X.
Yeah, just having those options. Hey, we understand if you want to play your games digitally and you don't want a disc drive to ramp up the cost of the console, totally understand. Go for it. But if you want
I would just say that if they're going to do that, make the internals the exact same.
Yeah,
minus the disc drive.
Minus the disc drive. Exactly.
The Series S, yeah, it was a great concept in theory, but it was inferior to the Series X in every way, which made absolutely no sense to me.
All right, jumping over into anime news. There's a new Digimon anime project that is set to air next year. The staff for the Digimon franchise's anime series announced on Saturday that a new anime project is launching for broadcast next year. Also, as part of the 30th anniversary celebration, Fuji TV will begin airing the favorite episodes from the first 4 Digimon anime as voted by fans from around the world on October 4th at 9 a.m. or October 3rd, 7 p.m. EDT. Digimon Beat Break, the new television anime from the Digimon franchise, began its Kyo arc with the anime's 30th episode on July 12th. The anime premiered on Fuji TV and other channels on October 5th. So there we go. More Digimon to look forward to for those of you who are big fans of Digimon in general. I just miss.
Oh,
I
the
miss
better
the.
Pokemon.
Yes, I also just missed the original dub intro. That was such a
Digimon, digital monsters.
Monster Digimon are the champions.
The champions.
Digimon. Yeah, I forget that. That's an earworm right there. All right, Crunchyroll is
Almost as good as the
making
One
moves.
Piece rap.
No, there's parts of the One Piece rap that I detest with my very being. All right, Crunchyroll and Stars announced on Wednesday a new bundle for both services available via Amazon's Prime Video in the U.S. The bundle costs $16.99 per month and is available now through Prime Video. Star's regular monthly bundle is $11.99 per month. Crunchyroll increased
Hold
the
up,
prices.
hold up. I have to ask for clarification. Did you say 16 or 60?
16, 1-6.
Okay, because it sounded like you said 60.
No, it's not $60.
I was going to say, because that is fucking no.
Crunchyroll increased the prices for all of its subscription tiers last February. The company increased the fan tier price from $7.99 to $9.99, the mega fan tier price from $11.99 to $13, and the ultimate fan from $15.99 to $17.99 a month. The fan tier has no advertisements, and all new simulcast episodes are available to users as they premiere. Mega fan tier includes all features from the fan tier. In addition, this tier enables offline viewing and access to 4 streams at once. Members also get a 10% discount off all select products and free shipping over for orders over $50 on the Crunchyroll store. The Ultimate Fan tier includes everything from the fan tier. It also features offline viewing and access to 6 streams at once. Members can get a 15% discount off select products and free shipping on the Crunchyroll store. In addition, members receive an annual Ultimate Fan member swag bag and access to exclusive member-only merchandise. Crunchyroll halting free ad support. What the fuck? Crunchyroll halted free ad-supported streaming on its service on December 31st. Get your shit together, writers. Crunchyroll is an independently owned... Okay, I don't need to read all that. And then lastly, apparently there is a Naruto trading card game, because everybody has to have a Naruto card game, or a freaking card game now. So there's an overview trailer and a first look trailer. Let's give these a watch. Is the second one the same thing? Yeah, it feels like
Bandai Card Games, a new card game. Heroes come back.
So literally the name of the song that started off Naruto Shippuden. Heroes come back. Okay.
Naruto card game. Naruto Card Game is a strategic trading card game. Experience the world of Naruto through exciting card battles featuring characters from all Naruto titles.
Okay.
Design.
This just feels like Pokemon. They saw all the money Pokemon's trading card game was making, and they're like, well, we can do that. That's just kind of what this feels like to me. Yeah. The game will launch worldwide in 2027. The game will debut with tutorial sessions at this year's Gen Con event from Thursday to Sunday in Indianapolis. Attendees for the free tutorial sessions at Gen Con 2026 can receive a gift set with a CP001 Chakra card, Gen Con 2026 version, promotional card, backpack sticker, and ticket to purchase an official playmat in 2027. Visitors to the card games booth can receive a backpack and a sticker. The game will also make appearances at New York Comic Con, PAX Australia, Spiel Essen, and Paris Games Week 2026. In October, Luca Comics and Games 2026. In November, at stores with tutorials in January 2027. And across the season at Bandai Card Games Fest 26 and 27. Bandai previously released the Naruto collectible card game in 2006 until 2013. And then it's just talking about the Naruto manga. So, yeah. If any TCG people are out there, what are your thoughts on this, if you have any?
Oh, I finally found the video for that I mentioned earlier.
Uh-huh.
I was wrong. It wasn't at San Diego Comic-Con. It was Gen Con.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the Indiana Convention Center had a massive leak in their roof. I'm going to send this to you.
Okay. Well,
because holy shit, you need to see how bad it is.
Okay. Well, gang, that is it for Anime Church. We will check in with you next week for more nerdy news. But, of course, tomorrow we'll be reading more light novels. It is the beginning of the month, so it means that Shim's turn to read. So everybody get ready for the dulcet tones of Shim Shim. That being said, yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to Anime Church, a church where you can cosplay and no one will judge you for it. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
And I am Fenner Sauer, and your patron saint of snackos and alcohol. Fuck, I cannot speak today.
And that's it for us, everybody. Hope you have a good one. Take care, and bye-bye.
Bye.